X Drinker, maybe a Brutalizer, but it looks like he's going for that Bloodthirster rush, so he's going to be looking to just kick Reginald around once he gets going. One Q, and maybe he'll get a combo. And bot lane, the odd one is only level 4, camping in that brush to a lane that's pushed up, and Chaos taking heavy poke. Not working out that well for TSM.
Karthus is going to come back and try and help out. I think he's going to pick up the Wraiths actually at Light. He's going to steal the Wraiths. Meanwhile, you can see the old one is coming around. Ping goes down. They knew that Snoopy was trying to sneak on towards that top, so Dyrus purposefully backed off. Chaos going to go back and buy for the first time. Wicked actually going back, buying a recurve bow right away. Going for the Wits End start.
Or it might be an Ionic Spark. He said before the tournament that he's going to build Ionic Spark on every champion. He uses it to shove the lane. He uses it to duel. Those two items build perfectly into it, and he might just be rushing the Spark. He might just use that to shove up and then roam around with Lee Sin, because unlike some of the other CLG compositions, this isn't really a late-game powerhouse.
Yeah, this is crazy.
They have to win early, or at least mid-game. Otherwise, Reginald's Karthus is going to power up. Dyrus's Jax is going to power up. It's on CLG to take the initiative.
So CLG becoming the aggressor just 8 minutes into this game. And potentially we might even see early dragons as well. We can see at the top lane, Wicked is getting dived on towards Dyrus again, forcing Dyrus away, using that ulti to just back him off that lane. And Dyrus, only with the Dawn's Blade, is going to back off. We are seeing, well, Froggen was trying to come up to help out. Reginald just pushes that farm lead up there. So effectively, Wicked kind of went a little bit early on that one.
I think it was okay. He forced Dyrus to go back. He's still 20 minion kills up on him. Dyrus having to spam out health potions in that lane, 300 gold behind. Such a role reversal, though, for TSM. They're content farming out the lanes. They're content losing slightly because they know if they keep up the pace here, none of them die, no objectives get forced, they're going to be okay. And it's really just a matter of Froggen and Wicked, and even the bottom lane of Jyri and Yellowpeak, they have to force something. Snoopy has to get going, he has to start feasting the targets, and they have to create for themselves. Even with that BF sword rush, Froggen hasn't created anything aggressive. The lane's continually getting shoved by Reginald, and this is an interesting moment for CLG because they really have to act soon. Snoopy got seen by that ward going bottom lane. He's camping in that brush. They know he's there. What are they going to do to create something? I'd say maybe a dragon.
Well, the blue buff is being taken away, so Karthus is going to get it for the first time. Reginald will be happy with that one. Meanwhile, Wicked getting a stun on towards Dyrus in this top lane. So blue buff for the first time for Karthus. So Reggie will be able to catch up, and you should think surpass Froggen in that farm. Froggen doing a very good job of farming so far on Lee Sin, though. Dragon being picked up.
Here it comes. So this is going to be a fight here. 4v4 potentially. They're staying fairly sustained on here because Froggen heals up a lot from W. They're looking to force a fight off this. There's the crescendo.
The crescendo goes across. Special's the one that's getting caught out. KX has been forced away. There's going to be Reginald's ultimate. It's Lee Sin, though, that picks up the kill. So Leona going down there. Froggen managed to take advantage. They didn't get the dragon off, though. And instead, they are going to have to back off from this one. Are TSM going to try and take advantage of this one? Will they go for that dragon? You can see Snoopy coming around. Froggen is there. They're still pretty healthy. He has got the brew buff. He's got the sustain, of course, from Jyri, but Jyri hasn't got the crescendo. He's going to catch it, and Froggen goes straight in, rips Chaos apart, and now he's going to see if he can pick anything else off this one. He's going to go towards Reginald, manages to get the kick in there. The Impale is still available, and the odd one has not hit level 6 at the moment. He gets the rupture down, the silence across, and Snoopy's going to get taken very low for this one. Reginald's trying his best, but they turn it, they put the exhaust down, and Reginald is going to get dropped. Snoopy walks away. There we go. Wow, CLG 4-0 up. They're trying to get on towards Jyri, but Jyri just walks away, and Froggen continues a killing spree. 2-0-2, that BF sword already paying off.
There's the force that they needed. They picked up 4 kills off that dragon attempt. Didn't get the dragon, but that wasn't the point. They were trying to lure TSM out of their safe farming lanes, and it was very successful. You could see Chaos not used to dealing with such a farm-fed Lee Sin so early on. Just 1 Q. Froggen still had his ult up, and he just obliterated Chaos from there. The shield just saved Snoopy off of that. He healed off killing a champion, caught the Sona heal on the shield, and they just finished it off. Ionic Spark, of course, getting finished by Wicked. Early Oracle's Elixir already on Snoopy. This is the CLG force. Expect him to go right back for the dragon, and that Bloodthirster that Froggen had been working on, as well as a Change Best, he's just getting scarier and scarier. 3,000 gold lead, gonna try to force a dragon if I had to guess.
And from that point of view, I mean, what is Chaos going to do now? Because he's going to be able to dive on Chaos. Chaos cannot do a damn thing against Froggen right now.
Especially when you consider that Froggen's sitting at 117 armor already and can almost two-shot him, to be quite fair. He lands his Q, pops in there with E, and just kicks him away at the end of the combo. They need to pull off some counter ganks. The odd one still level 6. Snoopy a level and a half ahead of him, hoping that we can make some foolish dive, but he's winning this lane 1v1 up here. and we could very well see something coming in here. They might try counter gank.
They tried to get the rupture. Dyrus managed to step away. There's going to be an impale on towards Wicked. They pull him back into the tower. He gets away straight away though, and just manages to force his ulti, keeps the life sustain on him. And well, Snoopy with those double GP10 already. Now it's the odd one falling behind. He had to go Ninja Tabby early on. He had to try and get involved, but he's really struggling to force his will across the team here, because everywhere he goes, they are ready for it.
And so much of that comes from the early blue steal that Snoopy and Froggen put onto him, so just hasn't been able to reach his way back into the game. The Ninja Tabby is because of the huge amount of physical and auto attack damage that comes out from CLG.eu. I'd expect most members of their team to actually go for Ninja Tabby when they have a chance. And really, Jairi and Yellow Pete, there's been almost no ganks in that bottom lane, up by 30 against Chaos and X Special. So really, across the board, CLG doing quite well. And how are they going to force Froggen? Face check, Reginald Brush.
Froggen straight on him, of course. He's got out bloodthirsty. He goes straight in and just tears him a new one. There's turrets on him though, but Impale was not available for the odd one. He just used it, and he just safeguards straight to Snoopy. Snoopy once again being there. They can't underestimate all of these motions have been created by Snoopy getting in there with those ruptures and silences.
And so much of that was just the brush control, the Oracle's making it so Reginald wanted to get race. He even went to Safeway for the race, but Froggen was waiting for him. That queues up the Crisp Dragon. 5 kills to 0, 5,000 gold advantage. They need to keep pushing this, but so far, they're doing a great job.
Yeah, and we talked about how they needed that early aggression. This is a CLG.eu that we've never seen before. This is something new. You know, Jairi stepped in. I wouldn't say it's just Jairi. I'd say it's CLG basically experimenting live here at MLG Dallas, and it seems to be working very, very well for them.
Even top lane, Wicked, the quick 2-level advantage. Darius going to level up real quick here, but that turret almost going down, doing his best to push it off, and Darius struggling early on against Wicked's Ionic Spark. Every lane really struggling. Oracle's clearing down, turrets almost falling all across the board. They're up 5,000. They've yet to take a turret, and if they take a turret, they're going to crescendo them off. Like really, they're just going to take 1, 2, 3, try to get them all down, and then they should be able to push, because if Froggen has any experience, it's closing out those solo queue games with Lee Sin, which is what he's been spamming for the past 2 weeks.
And Wicked back on Dyrus, forcing him away again there, and he's got a 40 CS lead over Dyrus currently in that top lane. The mid lane, it's a 20 CS lead. The bottom lane, it's a 20 CS lead. This is not good reading for Team Solo Mid fans, as it is 5-0, massive gold advantage, 5k this early on is huge, 25% advantage over them. And Froggen is just playing splendidly. 3-0-2. How are they going to be able to stop this? Because they are losing every single lane.
And you look at this now, he almost has a 2,000 gold
Top
lead
turret's
of
gonna go.
everyone on CLG, 6,000. The next closest is Reginald at 4,100, so he is just exceptionally strong. Wicked has to flash away because he saw the odd one going, but every lane getting substantial pressure applied to it, and Froggen can almost tower dive at will here. He's also sitting on 1,800 gold, so he's going to be picking up even more damage pretty soon to increase his assassination. He's just running right up to Reginald. He wants to kill him here.
He's going straight on towards Reginald on the turret. He does use exhaust, safeguards away to a ward, and just strolls away. And he's now that strong that he can just do that on the turret, 1v1, no problem. And Reginald really having to use everything at his disposal to try and save him. How is he going to come back from this one? He hasn't even got that Rod of Ages completed yet. He's 0-2-0. We're 16 minutes in, and he's desperately clawing for any bit of CS he can get.
Need to see what Froggen's going to build here. 1,950 gold. It's a boots upgrade. It's a Guardian
Angel.
Right off the bat.
16 minutes Guardian Angel. Even Diamond Prox would be happy with that, I think, right now.
Look out, world. Here comes Lee Sin right now.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine the amount of Lee Sins in solo queue right now. It's a scary, scary thing. And I think everybody's seen the Reddit post of Froggen picking Lee Sin. Now everybody's going to have to go through that stage. But the farm and the top lane is huge as well. We can't underestimate how much Wicked is out-farming Jax right now. You can see 50 CS advantage. He went for that early Ionic Spark, and it's working. Like he said, it's just so strong. They're going to clear out this Tribush ward in this bottom lane. They've got to be careful they don't get enclosed on there. And we're also seeing that Wicked actually went towards that blue buff. It's not there because obviously the timing was already messed up for them.
Right, and they're going to be trying to get in on that. They put the deep wards because they've taken down that first turret. He's really done a great job at keeping Darius off of his turret. That is Wicked. With that Ionic Spark, he just keeps the lane shoved whenever he wants to. And they might try to gank on him here. Flashes down. There's the stun. Here comes a kill.
They get the counters right. They're going to get the Impale. They pull it away. Is it enough though? They put the Ignite down and he backs away. Uses that ultimate. Can try and get some lifesteal off it. Dashes back again. Manages to get the stunner towards Dyrus. Dyrus leap strikes on him. Wicked might be able to escape, but the Reginald Carthus ultimate will come out. There it is. The kill finally comes. And it's Reginald that picked it up. And he desperately needed that kill.
But now Froggen immediately comes in.
Oh,
He's going to look to tower dive him.
They're diving on towards Reginald. Here comes Snoopy as well. He manages to get away, but the Q just follows through. There's the silence.
Wow.
Kicks him straight towards the tower, and he is destroyed. Safeguards back to Snoopy. Down the bottom, though, they're now diving, and Yellow Pete's managing to get a kill on towards X-Special. Is it enough? Kex has already taken down J-Ree. And Tyrus takes that top turret. It's back and forth. The mid turret's also going to go down as well. You can see Snoopy and Froggen in there. This is probably the most explosive, aggressive style I've ever seen CLG.eu running. Look out, World. They have changed their play style.
And in the bottom lane there, J-Ree actually got bursted down with X-Special Leona stuns before he could pop his crescendo. So that was an unfortunate kill. But with that, all the pressure coming out, as you said, maybe going to get this bottom turret even with Yellow Pete.
Oh dear.
Top turret was
X-Special,
lost,
you're in trouble.
Oh man, here comes Froggen.
Oh god, X-Special's in desperate trouble because here comes Froggen closing in. Chaos also showed himself there. It doesn't matter. Froggen's going to go for it. Misses the Q. Went for Chaos actually. Instead the turret goes down. Now they're going to turn it. That goes X-Special. X-Special gets dropped. Odd One's desperately going to try and avoid the damage here. Rupture does catch him though. And then suddenly the rest of the team turn around. Dyrus is in there. Dyrus is on Froggen. Froggen might get dropped. The Guardian Angel is available. Can he avoid the damage? Dyrus is going to get another leap strike. Meanwhile, Snoopy's getting caught out. But J-Ree's there. Puts a crescendo across the Odd One. The Odd One has got Impale available. Is he going to be able to catch in? It's not up just yet.
Froggen!
Froggen's going back aggressive. He goes for Chaos. He turns it around. Dyrus is being kited. Dyrus is in trouble now. Go back down to Dyrus, damn it. There goes Dyrus. Froggen manages to catch him out. And wow, the kiting ability from these teams. And TSM are in desperate trouble now.
Froggen pops his Guardian Angel and then turns it around for a double kill. In and out around the back, doing everything. And he's healed up so much that he can fight Reginald now.
The Odd One is there. Are they going to catch him out? It is going to be the two effective carries. It is a Bruiser and an AD, and Reginald's escaping. The Odd One comes in. They were ready for it. Odd One has not got Impale. He's just used it. There he goes. Manages to catch it onto it. Is it enough? Rupture catches on towards Reginald. The Odd One. They do actually try and escape the damage. Honestly, I think they could turn this one around. And then suddenly they realize it. Oh, True Shot Barrage goes across Froggen, but they're going to back off. And the danger is averted from both teams. Wow. Ultra aggressive CLG. 20 minutes in, 9-2 in kills. And they have nearly, well, it's a 9k gold lead.
And you can see that TSM doesn't really know how to handle this from CLG.eu, especially how do you handle such a farmed Lee Sin this early into the game? Because when you jungle Lee Sin, or even if you top Lee Sin, you don't have this roaming potential combined with the farm, especially when you pick up so many early kills. And just the Guardian Angel Rush, all the lifesteal with all the resistance that he offers himself, it's just this like up and down health bar. It doesn't seem to stay where it should. He always jumps back to full health. And man, they just don't have an answer yet. They haven't gotten the armor yet. This is a very physical damage-oriented CLG.eu team, but they haven't gotten there. The pressure's been on so high. Phage now coming out for him as well. Finishes off the Mercury Chad. It's going to make him even harder to pin down. The Dragon's up again. There's a 9,000 gold advantage. They're going to continue to press this advantage.
And the difference is the fact that they have Lee Sin as their bruiser with 211 CS. There is no soft targets. There is a Corky. Wicked's getting on towards Chaos. Chaos is in trouble now. Chaos is going to get dropped by Wicked. Absolutely decimated. Not only just dropped there. Yellow Pete is the only squishy target. But he's got Valkyrie, can just zip away. And then he's got Crescendo, he's got two bruisers defending him. You cannot get near him. That is a big problem for TSM. It's 10-2, Dragon being picked up as well. The gold advantage stretching. It's going to go to 10,000 gold advantage in 22 minutes. That is enormous. TSM are in desperate trouble of going out of the MLG Fall Championships.
2 kills to 10. Snoopy reaching maximum size already. That's a bad sign when Cho'Gath gets that big, that early. That means he's always going to have his feast up in these subsequent team fights. 2,400 health onto Cho'Gath with only a Heart of Gold for health items, so he is a big problem in more ways than one. Froggen just fearless right now, completely going in on TSM. Really, this is time for TSM to just try to be like Naj and Sword, end the game quickly. They have to fearlessly dive, they have to go in together. It's got to be Froggen and Wicked just tag teaming their way into these turret dives. If they do it successfully, almost 50% more gold than TSM at this point. They should be able to close out TSM.
So Snoopy. I just noticed Snoopy's keeping it real, by the way. He's got his English skin on. Even though he's Scottish, he's got Gentleman Cho'Gath, which I still suspect is actually something towards Total Biscuit because he's got that hat on. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to ask the maker of that. But it's been around a long time. Anyway, regardless, I am seeing Froggen in that bottom lane, and Chaos has got to be careful. If he steps a little bit further, if we could look down there, you can see he's in that brush, and he could decimate Chaos here.
If he gets too close to a creep, Froggen will W to it. I don't know if he realizes he suspects something's up. He knows to stay back.
He's being cautious. I can see also Wicked is thinking about going back on towards Dyrus as well in that top lane. Chaos is still poking in there, uses True Shot Barrage and actually backed off, and instead Wicked is going to go towards Dyrus. He's just going to get a little bit of poke on him. Does manages to keep him there, and he just forces him away. Yeah, Chaos was not falling it. His spider senses were tingling, and Lee Sin unfortunately didn't manage to pick up that kill. TSM trying to camp something out here, trying to force something, see if they can catch anyone out in that jungle. The Impale from the Odd One is really their one big initiate that could cripple someone to get the damage down on them.
The trouble with that is you pretty much have to impale Yellow Pete, otherwise you're not going to get a target that you really need. They don't have enough damage to kill Snoopy yet. They don't have enough damage to kill Wicked or Froggen because they both built fairly bruisery in essence. And I look at TSM's items right now. Eventually they need to get the chain vests, right? But there's so much resiliency on CLG.
Reginald's
there's the
Crescendo. Crescendo goes across. Yellow Pete gets on him. He does flash away though. And Yellow Pete actually used his Valkyrie to get in there, so he couldn't follow through. He did have flash, didn't want to use it, didn't have the vision, and they just continued to push that. And that is a flash abused. And are CLG going to turn this into a Baron? Are they in the position where they could just force that fight?
They might, because we were saying earlier, TSM doesn't have the resiliency to fight up against them here. So everyone on CLG can actually heal up off this Baron, including Froggen and Wicked. They're not going to take much damage here. They can peel very easily. Froggen, guard his Guardian Angel back up again. True Shot Barrage comes through to scout. They actually peel off. They're looking for a fight as best they can. TSM's got to make sure they don't give it to him, because if they do a heads-up fight here, they're most likely going to lose.
And as it is, they have got the lanes all pushed. The bottom lane might deal with itself. Are they going to continue on towards this mid turret? I'm not sure TSM can even defend this turret now.
Nope.
They're wisely not even going to go near it. The Rupture comes through. Chaos thought about going in there. Has to be very careful he doesn't get dived on. Froggen could be very quick and engaging. We have seen some flash crescendos in the past as well, so Jay Reese, we don't know how Jay Reese is going to react as a support. We've only seen him really for a few games, so maybe he could be the ultra-aggressive support that we used to see from, say, Melisande when he used to get those flash.
Look at Wicked. He's going to... Oh, he could catch Reggie. He didn't go for it. He thought maybe it was a bait.
Oh, Wicked and Reggie. Yeah, Reggie's actually just going to force him away with that lay waste. The top lane is also poking back and forward, and maybe they're just going to delay it. Yeah, they are going to go back and buy. So let's have a look across the board. How is the gold splayed out? Well, there's a massive advantage. Top lane, Wicked absolutely out farming. He's got 2,500 gold advantage. Jungle, even 2,000 gold advantage. Mid lane, the APs, I guess you could say the APs, that's history now. Bruiser is in there now, the mid laners. It is a 3,000 gold advantage. The ADs has even got a 2,000 gold advantage. Jat, how in the world, when you're in this situation, do you just stall out and do it? CLG have done it in the past, but what are TSM going to be able to do here?
They have to realize that this isn't a regular CLG.eu team comp that doesn't get better with time, so if they can continue farming, and if they can mainly prevent Barons and not team fight for quite a while, they need to catch up in experience and gold. I mean, Reginald is level 15, Froggen's level 17, Wicked's level 17. They're not only 12,000 ahead on gold, they're also 5 to 6 levels ahead in experience, and you can see Froggen just beasting down Dyrus. Dyrus has to run away immediately. They gotta find a way to stall. It's just a matter of CLG isn't that practice putting on pressure, so maybe they won't be able to close it, because when you have a lead this big, it's really on you to close, and it's not on TSM to really do much, because even if they fight a man down, they might lose the fight.
Yeah, and Dyrus has yet to complete a major item. That's a scary thing. Oh, Crescendo goes across from Jay Ree. He didn't follow up on it, though. Does manage to put the Rupture down, catches Reginald. They backed away from it. They don't want the fight here. Maybe that's the chance they have. They're going to impale on Jay Ree. Jay Ree will get dropped. Two shot Barras goes across. Jay Ree goes down, but that's going to be Carter's dropped as well. And he's going to try and pull anything away from this one. It's a straight 1-for-1 exchange, but honestly, the blue tower already going down on the top lane there. Snoopy needs to be careful he doesn't get caught out. A 1-for-1 exchange, but an AP champion versus support. CLG come out on top again.
And what are they going to do to deal with Froggen here? Because he's pushing down on this turret fast with all that attack damage, the attack speed he gets from his passive. They have to send multiple members back for this. And in the meanwhile, CLG is just going to continue farming up the jungle and the lane. Froggen going to have to do his best to get out of here. Easy pickings for Lee Sin.
And he just walks away from that one. Even turns around and has the cheek to try and land something. Yellow Pete was taken very low, so CLG are going to back off after this fight. They're going to clear out everything they can in the jungle. They have got the ward stand to go out across the board for TSM's jungle, so they have full vision. Void Staff being picked up by Reginald. Reginald trying his best to get in this one, but all he's got is a Rod of Ages and a Void Staff. Still no Trinity Force completed by Dyrus. Dyrus is desperately trying to keep up with Wicked, but Wicked with that Wit's End, the Ionic Spark, now the Guardian Angel and the Phage, he is so far ahead.
And this is the point where CLG really has to turn it on. They got the last Whisper now onto Froggen as well in that last back. You can see, look at the wards everyone on CLG just picked up on the right side. That's real quick count, 13 wards across the team. They're going to be littering that Baron area with vision so they can take it, but mainly get a fight in there because they have Jyrie's ult coming up again. Crescendo should be there. They'll be able to chase down and finish if TSM tries to contest this Baron whatsoever, and if they don't, then they'll be able to dive the base with the Baron buff. All those Guardian Angels trying to ensure the fight. The armor isn't there on TSM, and even if it was, a lot of it will be getting penned because both of CLG's AD carries, so to speak, Froggen and Yellow Pete, have picked up their last Whispers. Really dangerous times for TSM here. CLG, though, actually slow playing it a little bit, much is their style, making sure they take the Dragon down. Really, though, the Baron Force is where the story's going to happen.
And this is really this is a new move in CLG's arsenal. They know how to do the slow game. They are the champions of the slow game, one might say. But they now have a quick approach. So any team that comes up against them, they're going to have to work to research it. And when they look at them team comps, it's no longer a case of, well, we know how CLG play. They're going to go for the slow game. Once they see the team come out like this, they think, damn, how do we plan against this?
And this is the surprise for Froggen. He said when he was in Korea, they wouldn't let him play anything other than mid in solo queue, so he just started playing Bruisers mid, and he found Lee Sin. He's got a couple others, and here's the Baron Force. They know Ezreal's not there. They're going to be trying to peel. We might see a fight here if they do it successfully.
If they catch on to anyone, they do manage to clear out the wards. The Baron is still yet to reset. Now it will reset as they all back away from this one. Oh, it looked like Wicked's going for it. Chaos might get caught out. He's on towards Reginald instead. Reginald's going to get caught out. The Ionic Spark actually managed to capture multiple stun there. Reginald will get dropped there. Turning on towards Dyrus. Chaos is also going to get caught on. That's going to be Wicked diving on towards Chaos. Lee Sin gets involved. Dyrus is going to get taken down very low. Nobody drops from the Carthus ultimate though. And it's going to be Froggen taking down Chaos. X Special now is getting dived on. X Special is going to go down. That's a double kill for Froggen. Now they're on towards the Odd One. The Odd One with the Oracle is not long in this world. He gets taken down. A triple kill for Froggen. And well, Dyrus had to back away from that one. Couldn't get involved. GG, well played. Surrender vote. TSM are out of the MLG 4 Championship. CLG.eu move on to the next bracket.
Safe to say CLG.eu's warmed up now after this. That was a very impressive